All right, so this is going to be more rant. Than a ride. I was planning to ride up to Mount Como. The rant today. It's been almost 2 weeks, huh? Since my last rant and ride. I don't know. A week and a half. But my rant today is going to circle around ham radios and antennas, ham radio antennas, and CB 10 meter base station antenna. I've been into radios for a long time, since I was in my teens, probably 19. CBs to start with. You know, back then you needed a CB license, and I got one of those. Don't ask me what it is, what my call sign is for CB. I have no clue. They don't even show that in FCC license base. I don't think CB licenses expired. Maybe they did, but anyway. Got a GMRS license, family license, okay. And then I have a ham radio license, general class. Working on amateur extra. So let's see. So I've been working on a project for a few weeks. You know, there's some nice repeaters around this area for GMRS and VHF, UHF frequencies. Me and my friends would like to have our own repeaters, because I would like a repeater that gets from this valley to Reno, and possibly another repeater or the same repeater covering Smith Valley, because I ride out there on my dirt bike all the time. And this mountain range right over here is called Mount Como. And you can't see it on the camera, but of course there's radio antennas up there, probably TV, microwave. And there's different peaks up there, but thinking if we get a repeater up there, it'll cover Smith Valley, of course, on that side, and it'll cover this valley, and who knows, it might get over towards Reno. It's got to go over those mountains so for Reno and some others, but anyway, that's the project I've been working on. However, you know, we've been trying to do it with handheld radios, HT radios. So, you know, we got these little HTs, and I bought a Parrot repeater, and that's not the hard part. You know, there's bigger antennas, of course, whip antennas, and an antenna called a tactical, which is, I think, 40 inches long. And these have a USB charge port on the bottom. Well, that's cool. That means you can charge it from a battery pack. But nobody's really made a portable charging system that can be supplied by a solar panel and then the power source to the radio to keep that charged. And I was trying to figure that out. It's really hard to do. Somebody's probably figured it out somewhere, but that was what I was working on. Haven't been successful, but that's one project, which leads me to one rant is on the antennas. Okay, so the SMA connectors are male and female. Well, most of the radios have this kind of a connector. And then the radio has the male down in there. You know, the pin. Well, most radios are like that. And when you're building a battery box, the connectors that they give you are this one. You know, it comes out of the battery box like that. And then you got to put an adapter on it to go back to this. You can't buy it with one like that has a locking nut. They just don't make it. So that's one rant. It's like, really? Okay, that's kind of weird. So anyway, there's a lot of little things that I'm still researching. I know other people probably know, and that maybe they'll comment and say, well, yeah, you just need to go here and do this and get that and whatever. But, you know, the wind blows like crazy over 50% of the time. You know, this morning the wind wasn't blowing. You can see the bushes blowing right now. Well, last night the wind blew so hard and it blows really hard a lot of times, but I have a aluminum base antenna, and it's for CB and 10 meters. So it's an aluminum antenna, probably 18 feet tall, and the wind blew so hard last night that it snapped the antenna at the first joint up from the base. Snapped it off. Sounded like the whole antenna came down. I mean, if you would have asked me what happened last night, I would have said, oh, the antenna blew off the roof, because that's what it sounded like. But it was just the section above the first section, so probably about, I would say about 14 feet of it snapped off. Is snapped in half, literally snapped in half, all of a sudden. It's not like it bent over halfway and then blew in the wind. It exploded. So that's how hard the wind was blowing last night. And I can't remember what brand that antenna is. I think it's an Italian company that made that antenna. In the old days when I had CB antenna. I have a super penetrator. It was an aluminum antenna. And I had that antenna for 20 years. And that antenna never even bent. I mean, it would, it would sway in the wind. It would be killed over in the wind, but when the wind quit blowing, it would stand straight up. Well, this antenna I have now, the wind we have here in Dayton isn't any different than what I dealt with in the old days, but it actually bent the antenna. So the aluminum that they use to build this antenna isn't very strong, of course. For one, the bottom tube section, which is pretty close to 3 feet, maybe 2.5, but 3 feet, that is bent from the wind. And then, of course, like I said, the section going into that actually snapped off. So I would just say, in reference to that, they don't build antennas like they used to. And I was able to repair it, section it back together and repair it, and it still has good SWRs. But they don't build stuff like they used to. So in the future, I'll probably get me another base antenna, and it'll probably be a Antron, or there's another company, I think it's Antron, but I forgot what it's called, Sotron or something. But it's more popularly known as the Antron 99. But it's fiberglass. So fiberglass, a bend in the wind, and it could snap also, but not usually. Fiberglass flex in the wind and then come back to shape. It's not going to permanently stay bent. Like a fishing pole, right? Fishing poles are straight, but when you're fishing, you got to fish, it bends over, yeah, okay. So that's basically my rant. At the beginning of this video, you'll see my antenna. I pieced it together. I don't think it's going to break again because I put a pipe inside the antenna to slide over it, an aluminum pipe, and then I braced it with angle iron on the outside. So it's already broken, but I don't think it'll break again. But in my future, I'm looking at an Antron 99, or they make a new one. They got weird names, so I can't remember the name, but they got an upgraded version that's like 24 foot long. It's supposed to have really good impedance for 11, 12. I think they said like from 10 to 17 meters or something like that. So anyway, a couple of rants. You know, if you guys make comments or call me out because, hey, you're a dummy. Yeah, I got it. But I haven't been exercising. I mean, you know, like I mentioned before, you know, you don't exercise for 2 weeks and you're going to feel it. It's just how it is. Not when you're young. You know, you can go 3 months when you're young, but when you're older than young, you gotta get out and ride and exercise. You know, and of course I'm cheating because I have an electric e-bike, but still, you know, so I've got pedal assist here, but I'm also pedaling harder than the assist. See, this battery is gonna be depleted. I knew this battery didn't have much charge in it because last time I rode, I didn't charge it. I think we might make it to the truck route. I don't know. We will see. Of course, when it starts warming up, you know, I'll probably be doing this ride every morning. Make the loop, which is 22 miles, I think. On the days I'm not leaving on the motorcycle at 6 a.m. But you know, it doesn't take much to get behind the 8-ball. So, that's my rant. So, I used to sew. Well, so now my HT repeater project is probably going to move to a conventional mobile radio unit with a battery box that can supply a normal 12-volt input to the mobile radio and a solar power recharge. And that's that's probably the normal way to do it. Well, this is kind of a little more tore up. Hey. And the reason why I was doing HTs to begin with, HTs are small, HTs are cheap, repeaters for HTs are small and cheaper. And I was trying to make it compact in a little square box and a solar panel, but it just didn't work out. So, a regular setup's gonna be 3 or 4 times as expensive. You need a lithium battery, a bigger solar panel, probably a lithium battery that's 30 or 50 amp. That's about 120. And if you got a really good, decent controller, that's $100. And then you got a decent mobile rig, that's $250. Then you got to get a decent antenna. That's another 150 or so. And I'm on a tight budget now, so I just can't go. Oh yeah, there's a project I want to do. And building a battery box. Like I said, the battery's the main part of it. Box is $40, and then all the electrical components to put in there, that could be 100, 150. So you're getting close to knocking on $1,000 for a portable repeater. And then you gotta hope somebody doesn't find it and steal it. Because my friend that we're doing this with, he had his own repeater up before. And of course, somebody stole it. They found it on the mountaintop and they stole it. the nature of people, you know. That's the nature of people. You always have someone who wants to ruin the party. So anyway, you know, so my project I was hoping to get done in a short time is now going to be a project that might take till summer or longer to get accomplished. And then if that works out good, you know, then we'll want to do another one, because we'll have one for VHF, UHF, and one for GMRS for the family. And is it a hobby? Yeah, well, sure it is. It's all for fun, but a lot of times when I'm on my dirt bike, I have no cell coverage. Doesn't mean I'm going to have radio coverage everywhere, but it just adds more coverage opportunities. So, alrighty, well, I'm going to turn this off for now, because I kind of ranted enough. Don't know if I made any sense. Oh, look, yeah. Somebody's leaving their garbage out here. Oh, my truck liner came out. We're just going to leave it in the desert. It'll blow around for a while. Maybe it'll make it to the highway down there. Woohoo! Good job, guys. Yep. All right. We're almost to the smooth part, the dirt road. We'll go up by the truck route. I don't have enough battery to go up the truck route. It takes a full battery to do that trip, go up to Virginia City and go down 6 miles. And I just wanted to use up some of this battery so I could go home and charge it. So I'll have two full batteries. So and I haven't been riding the legit mountain bike because they're supposed to replace the battery on it. I haven't ridden that bike for over a month and a half. That's what you get when you do electric. Battery issues, charging issues. You know, I just like putting gas in it and going. Electric still got too many headaches. Okay, so I haven't taken the China bike up this road. part is the rocky part. Yep. Woo! Look at that road over there. Holy smokes. Okay. I don't know how far we'll get up this. A legit mountain bike does this no problem. Okay. Rocksville. See if we can get to the top of this. Okay. That was good. Wow, tore up. Well, this battery's pretty depleted. Wow. All right. Gnarly. Whew. Well, yeah, we're gonna go over the truck route, come back down on the dirt road. Oh, like I told you, I'm always squeezing. Well, it looks like a coyote burrow right here. Right here. Yeah, so yeah. So we'll give it a second. China batteries, they don't really read the exact battery unless you're in pedal assist 1 the whole time you use the battery. Then it'll read the right battery voltage. So when I turn it back on, it's going to show 3 or 4 bars, but once I go up this section here, it's going to drop back down to 1 bar. Hopefully I have enough to get back home, but should mostly be downhill after this, after I get up there. Got to get over to that little ridge over there where that bush is. All right, let's see what we got here. Yeah, 4 battery bars. So if I tootle along here in number 1, might do pretty good. I love these fat tires on rocks and stuff. Coming up here on the legit mountain bike is good. It's easy, but you got to be way more careful with your lines. Tell you, man, a few weeks of not riding. My favorite time to ride, really, first thing in the morning, but it's like 30 degrees. Fat tire, baby. That's it, just mob these rocks. Okay, there's the little cabin. Pretty cool. Like I said before, I used to live in one of those little cabins up here. I should have bought it back when I could. Because now, with all the Californians moving in, probably could have got a 200, 300K for it. Maybe more, just because it's in Virginia City. It was cheap back when I could buy it. Back then, though, it was a big consideration for me because, you know, you always fought getting up here in the winter. And I lived in the steepest part of the road. All right. So that's good. I mean, you know, when I start doing this ride early in the morning, that's probably what I'll do. It'll be a little bit harder exercise. Little bit harder exercise to get up here to the truck ground. this back on in a minute. Alright, so we came down the truck route to the dirt road where I usually come out, but actually that shortcut through the mountain actually gets you farther up the truck route than I imagined. I mean, it was probably at least a fifth of the way up the truck route. I was surprised. All these little homes back here. There's an old railroad car, coach car turned into a house. Got some pretty cool little places back here. Pretty cool. Yeah, pretty cool. So that's basically my rant today, mostly ham radio rant. Not very exciting. Maybe somebody a comment and say, hey dummy, over here, this website, or hey, do this, or whatever. We'll get her done somehow, some way. I just thought it would be easy in a little box that would fit in a backpack and go tie it in a tree somewhere, but it'll be a little bit more extensive than that, so this is the road I went up right here, but that's actually pretty good, you know, to get over to the truck route. Taking that way actually gets you up there pretty far. Of course, it's slower. It'll use more battery, but it shouldn't be too bad. So when I get back home, it should be ready to charge for sure. And then my next ride, maybe up Como. I'll have 2 full batteries. Be back in a minute. Alrighty, so a nice view going back. Of course, I'm going back slow. You know, it's suspension's okay, and the fat tires act as suspension, but of course, it's not like Fox suspension on the legit mountain bike. But something's better than nothing. Something's better than nothing. Besides that, I don't want a high speed rock in my crock. A rock in my crock, you know, I already did that. Coming down Como, I bashed a toe and black and blued it. Thought I broke it, but still got a black and blue nail. Maybe someday it'll fall off, who knows. Fat tires are the bomb. Yeah, so yeah, I can get up the hills with the China bike, that I can get up the hill with the legit mountain bike, but you have to use the two-wheel drive throttle assist while you're pedaling. Pedal assist alone ain't gonna get you up those. I don't think I tried them before because, you know, just pedal assist isn't strong enough on this bike to just pedal assist you up those really steep hills. You got to use throttle also, which is okay. I'm still pedaling, and if you got to do what you got to do, but most of the time, you know, I just want to use pedal assist as much as I can. That's the name of the game. It's not like, oh, I got an electric e-bike, I'm just going to gas it everywhere I go. Because electric for e-bikes, mountain bikes, is the bomb. I mean, that's where electric is pretty cool, because the places you can go easily, or easier, but easily. You could do it before on a regular mountain bike, but yeah, workout 100%. I know, I used to do it. But now it's pretty fun. You can go 2-3 times as far. And if you add another battery, you know, you still have energy to go far. Pretty fun. You know, my son who passed away, Tristan, he tried to get me back into mountain biking when e-bikes were first getting popular. I was like, no, I'm pretty sure I'm done with mountain biking. Now, of course, I regret doing it with him. Because here I am, yeah. Here I am telling everybody to do e-mountain biking. Yes, sir. Here's for you, Tristan John Robert.